For example, for there's one sentence like this. Your essay is not fully developed. And when we use academic writing style, we should write like the essay falls short of being fully developed.
It sounds much more formal.
Sounds formal, sounds more dangerous.
It does. Sounds scarier.
It's scary.
But when you are working in an office or with your friends, you don't use that language. You don't talk like that. You don't write like that. So you forget.
Even weird. It's weird in situations.
If I spoke to somebody like that, a friend, they would look at me like, what are you doing? What are you saying? Why are you talking like that? So it's hard to get into the rhythm of academic writing. And then to have to do it in a test, very stressful.
So when in a language class, if a student can remember academic words and that's good in academic writing test, so the class will call the student professor.
Professor. Very good. I love it. But yes, I find, I think even if I took an IELTS test and I've been teaching English, I still think it would be difficult.
But in my opinion, IELTS test is not the most difficult English test in Vietnam.
What is the most difficult?
The most challenging one is the test for gifted students in English.
Oh. Is this to get into university?
No, high school students.
Oh.
Grade 10 to grade 12.
Oh.
So imagine there are a lot of like excellent students who are very, very good in English, and they need to have a competition to determine who's the best one.
I feel like that is a very stressful situation.
As I talked about it yesterday that the winner of this competition will be will receive direct entry to university.
Yes. So very stressful, but a great reward. Yeah,
in this test, there's some questions that's very challenging. For example, we have to choose between rapid, fast, and quick. There are three options: fast, rapid, quick. And one more answer: swift.
Swift.
Yeah.
Those words are so similar.
So similar, and you need to sort them out and choose the best answer.
That's not easy.
And they will give you one passage in which you have to find 10 mistakes and correct them.
Oh.
I tried the test, but I couldn't find any mistakes in that.
You couldn't find the mistakes. That's hard because it could be the word, the spelling, grammar, punctuation. That's difficult.
Like it pushes our brain to its limit.
And because it's a test and you're stressed, it's harder to see the mistakes. Your brain's not working properly. You're under stress.
I just tried the test by downloading the test from internet, and then I printed it, and then I tried to do it.
Oof. I should try that one time, see how I go. I don't think I would get full marks. It sounds very difficult.
And they can give you a passage with blanks, and you have to fill in the blanks with suitable word.
Do you have multiple choice, or you have to know the
No,
words?
you have to write it. You write it down. Write the word down.
You have to think of the word yourself?
Yeah.
Oof.
And
Not easy.
I once gave this test to my foreign colleagues, and they all said it was a very difficult test.
Very difficult.
I gave it to a South African teacher, an Italian teacher, and an Hungarian teacher. They all said it was difficult.
So everybody is finding this hard.
It's finding it's hard, and but the winners of the test, the students, grade 12 students, they got 9.5 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 for this test.
10 out of 10. Even 9.5. Oof.
They can find all the mistakes.
Oh my goodness. That is impressive.
So I think when it comes to IELTS test, it's an easy task for them.
For those students, it would be so easy. After that test, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. The excellent memory, excellent vocabulary, and their grammar is speechless. You don't need to speak about their grammar, because grammar is the one they are most confident in.
Flawless. It's amazing.
They are often students in specialized school.
Oh, okay.
So when they come to school, the only thing they need to learn most is English. And other subjects are just secondary concerns for them.
Yeah. So English is really their focus.
They focus in English.
But still, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's hard. I think if I gave that out in schools in Australia, not everyone would be getting 10 out of 10. That's
also
very impressive.
In Vietnamese, a Vietnamese test for Korean students is also difficult.
Oof.
Vietnamese test for Korean university students.
It sounds extremely difficult.
I don't know anything about Vietnamese grammar.
Oh, just English grammar.
No definition for Vietnamese grammar.
It is very difficult, I think. Even for Australian students, I think it would be very difficult. Very difficult to get 10 out of 10. Well, there you go. Impressive. Vietnamese students. So smart.
But that's where everything goes wrong, because the test organizers focus too much on grammar and vocabulary on paper. The focus should be put on productive skills.
So
Listening.
more on speaking and listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially listening. My students always have trouble with listening. It's very hard.
There's no use in being good in grammar and vocabulary when you can only do it on paper, because we communicate through speaking and writing.
Yes, of course.
You can be
Yes.
good at grammar, but you cannot write a sentence. That's useless.
Yes, it's very important to be able to say it. If you travel, for example, you're not often writing things. You're speaking to people,
Yeah.
asking for directions, ordering food, making a hotel reservation. You need those speaking skills.
If I were the minister of the education and training, I will organize speaking and writing test rather than a grammar test or vocabulary test.
Maybe one day when you're the minister.
So I have to fail many times, right?
So you might fail 12 times and then get the job when you're 70.
But in Vietnam, if you